Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Kim here. And today is another Destash video for my thrifties. And even if you're not a thrifty, you may want to watch these videos just to see what the thrifties are going to get. And it might inspire you to become a thrifty. And if you need the information on what a thrifty is and what a thrifty box is, if you go to my description box below, you'll find a link that will take you right to the video that explains it all, and you can join on that video to be on the waiting list to either if you're Canadian or US or other countries, and I will put you on a list if you leave me a comment that you want to be on the list. So today's video is I'm destashing some ephemera, and I just put these bags up here because I just finished sorting everything, and it will get put away into nice little baggies that go into your box for my thrifties. But this is just how I sorted it today. So I'll just put that out of the way. So I have two destash bundles. So it's not a long video today. One is ephemera that it's pretty much everybody gets the same. It might vary just slightly, but pretty much the same in each package. And the other package I'm calling a random package. So I will show you what a random package looks like, but there's no guarantee you'll get that exact mix because it's just an oddball amount of stuff that's the same amount. That's the only thing, but it's all different things. So the first one is the regular a bundle that everyone would get the exact same, with the exception of, you know, maybe slight color variations. That's about it. So there is about, I'm going to say there's about 80 pieces in here, a little bit more. I lost count and I wasn't going to recount for the sake of this video. If you want to count and let me know what the count is, that would be great. So the first item is this puppet image. It's a vintage, I think this comes from the 1970s. It was a mock-up of a magazine that they were doing at the time, and I got quite a few of these, so I thought I would share some of them. It's kind of a fun image. There is kind of a flashcard, so no guarantee which word you got. A math flashcard, and again, no guarantee what word you got. These are long cards. This one is almost 9 inches long, but love the color of green on here, and it's that matte finish cardstock. I've included 2 embossed envelopes, and they aren't sealed, so that you can add them into your journals, by stitching it down first and then closing it up, and then you'd have this envelope that is like a signature page. So I left them unglued, and then this also allows you to decorate. These are done with vintage embossed wallpaper, and so this allows you to decorate on them. So I've got those, and kind of a larger glassine bag. This would fold very nicely into a signature. You can cut open the bottom of the bag or use it as a whole piece or wrap around a page. If you wrapped and glued around the page, you could create tuck pockets as well as have the opening pocket to put something into. This next one is a clamshell card, like a greeting card, and it comes with an envelope. You can actually use it or put it in a sea journal. Kind of a fun piece to play on. This is a first day issue envelope. Now everyone will have one, but it'll have a different stamp on there, and these are first day of issue stamps. I think they're all American, the ones that I have, and they're from the 1980s approximately. So nice envelope. A popcorn bag, because if you're doing a circus journal, you might need a popcorn bag to put in your journal. Great to fold up and again use for pockets, or to glue down to a page and use as a bigger pocket. Or you can build on this by, some people make tucks on these bags and then have a secondary pocket. A little Halloween trick-or-treat bag. These are older bags and done like the coin envelope style. I'm going through the envelopes and bags first. I just went through a random bunch of stuff in my studio here and added different things. So here's another little coin envelope. It's got a little flap to close if you want, but just plain, ready for decorating. Craft colored tea bag that you can, again, ink stamp on there, and it is a drawstring bag if you want to close it. Marilyn Monroe. Isn't she a beauty? Look at these boys looking at her. A greeting card, but again, you know, depending on what kind of journal you're making, if you're doing maybe a little black dress journal or, you know, fashion journal, or just even a journal on Marilyn Monroe. She's quite a fun image. This is a German brochure of sorts. It's written in German. It's about, okay, it says 11. So 12 pages, which is 12 sides, which is 6 pages. Has a nice image on the front. I don't know what it's about. It looks like it's some type of scripture thing. I'm not sure. But, you know, nice type on here. A page from a vintage name and address and telephone book. Do you remember these? That's how we found our information. And this is a phone call ephemera that, you know, if you took messages on the phone, and there's the yellow copy with it as well. There's 4 to the page, so that's quite a fun piece to add in. And it's great. You just glue it down, you can decorate it, and then add, you know, because the back is plain, it's already ready for a journal card if you want to make it into a journal card. But you can certainly add things to it. This is one of my faux vintage photos. It's not a real vintage photo, but I do have a video on how I do these, and I do them all the time. So I thought, oh, I'm going to add a couple of these into each of the packages. They're all different. I don't know which one you're going to get. Another piece that is done with some advertising. There is a masterpiece game piece. This, look, I'm giving you $400,000. There you go. Oh, I'm giving you another $500,000. All about value, aren't I? One of those index, you know, they had the bar inside where these were all in there. It's a blank one, but it is a vintage one. Another index paper, larger one. A contract score pad. I don't know what that means, but it's a score thing. So you can kind of see, like, we now are in the receipt things. So here's some receipts. And this is a very old vintage receipt. And I love that it says the 19 because you're going to fill in the date to it. But these are older. Another set of 2 receipts. They are white and yellow. An invoice of sorts, kind of a sort of almost like a guest check. So again, lots of possibilities for writing on there. Some refreshment tickets. I love the color of these. I have a whole big roll, so I like to add these things into my ephemera packs when I put them together. And a guest check with the carbon inside, so you can either write on there or take these apart. Usually when they have this black carbon, I'm always concerned that it's going to leave a mark on something, so I usually back it with something else so that I can sort of take advantage of having 2 pieces. And it's fun that this is red in the background as well. Both are, well, this one's blank on the back, and then this one you can make blank. You can make it blank. 2 pages from a vintage diary. Now I think these are 1967. Yeah, 1967, 66. Just fun. Some of them are fun to read. A couple of ephemera bits from, you know, those little pads. I had quite a few of these, so some ephemera bits. This pretty, I think these are they azaleas or are they fuchsias? They might be fuchsias with pink butterflies on them. Just a nice note card to put in a journal. A recipe. This one's for Hawaiian chicken and chili con carne. Fun. A coffee filter, because, you know, coffee filters make great little pockets. And these ink stamp very nicely too. So if you're one of the thrifties and you're just starting out your collection, this is kind of a fun pack to have to remind you of different things to collect as well. You know, and then all of a sudden you've got a huge stack. Like you can see already, this is getting to be quite the pile. This is a vintage doily. It's not a newer doily. Very nice intricate pattern. Just, you know, it's got kind of a yellowing to it. Even though it's white, it's got a bit of yellowing to it. But I have a package of these doilies, and I kind of hoard them a little bit because they're so pretty, and they look like real doilies. So I've included one of those. A stencil. I don't know which one you'll get, but these are fun if you back them with, you know, say another piece of paper. I'm just trying to find something here. This. Oh, I didn't realize these had writing on the other side. Cool. So if you have another piece of paper and you back them, so you're creating a 3D, you know, effect here with the inside being something else. So you can use this for all kinds of fun pictures. And like I said, this is just a reminder in many ways that, you know, if you haven't got these things in your stash, you might go looking for them and then have ways to use them. So that's fun too. This is something to do with bridge, but I don't quite understand it. It's got these little computer punches, so whatever that means. It's from 1971. Not really sure. But yeah, just cool piece of paper. A little telephone message in pink. These again, you know, you can decorate on the front, and you've got the back is blank for people to write on, so you can do all kinds of fun things on there. Just a little greeting card with, you know, ivy. The idea is that it's meant, now it's a full fold out, so you can collage and decorate on here or turn it into a little booklet. Just again, reminders of things that you can use. Another game piece. I'm not sure what it's for, but this is miniature dictionary pages, and I think they are in French. Just a cute little size to use in your journals. Another recipe. Isn't this fun? You know, this has got the original, this is the original authentic staining and little bits of crud of food. Yes, I'm sending this to one of you. And it is for shortbread cookies. It must be a really good recipe because it looks like they've used it well. So it's I'll read it to you, so in case you want to write this down, you can take a screenshot too. It's a half cup of icing sugar, 1 cup of butter, 2 cups of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Bake at 350. That's how simple is that, right? We should all make some. We should have a bake-off challenge. I did some random postcards. Now, they are random. So these, again, I don't know which one you would get. I don't necessarily use them for this side because most of them are travel, although some of them are fun. Some of them are cheesy. So they're fun to use as well. But I use them mainly because of the postcard information on the back. So you can collage right over top of this thing. And I have a project coming up that I'm going to show you very soon, probably sometime this week, where I use postcard backs to back my project. So these are great for that because you can add stamps, you can decorate on here, and it's a journal card just in itself. So cheesy or not, they're good to use. And you know, if you have a printer scanner, you can also lay these down on your scanner or on your printer and photocopy them as often as you like so that you can use them over and over again. Because this plain postcard, even if you decorate it up, you can still use it as a pocket on a journal page or a tuck spot somewhere on a journal. So fun to use these. And then I did give a couple of, or I gave one of, because there's some other things here. One postcard. Oh, no, I gave two. Yeah. 2 postcards that are more vintage, 1951, 1953, but you could have the 1960s to the 1940s. They're pretty much all the same. Again, landscape or tourist type postcards, but they're written on the back. They have older stamps. So just reading the information is fun too, and using it like that if you don't like the picture side of it. These are fun to use in your journals. And now I gave random photos, so it looks like I gave 1, 2, I'm not going to go too much into this. Oh, except if you get this pack, you get this guy, and I just love him. I have about 4 copies of him, but I think only one person got this guy. Love him, love his hair. But yeah, you get him. So 3, this one's a little bit faded, but 4, small one, 5, 6. So I gave about 7 photos. They're different in each pack, so I don't know which one you'll get, but yeah, if you get this pack, you're for sure getting that guy. Where did he go? He's in here somewhere. They are, you know, just, I had a big, huge pile of them, and I just went 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 until they were gone. So that's how I distributed those. I'm including a 10-pack of these garden cards. I know you guys know that or some of you know that I've collected many of these garden books, and they had flip out pages, and each book came with like 200. And I haven't picked up any more. I've seen a couple of them, but I still have lots. But I think I was at the point where I was at 8 or 9 of these books. I've gone through about 5 of them, so I still have quite a few to go through, but they have lots of these pages. Now on the back side, even though this is the picture, on the back side it was technically the information of the picture next to it, so it would have been the information, you know, if this was a matchup of this picture. But you know, when you take the book apart, of course you don't have that picture. But each of these ephemera packs comes with, I think there's 10 of these cards. So, and they're all different. You know, the pictures are all different. They are fun and super easy to decorate. I just glue something on the back to give a nice writing spot, chop the corners to make it look like a shipping tag, and decorate how you like. Very easy. Some really cute playing cards. There's a little puppy and another little puppy in pink. And I think there's somewhere here, there's another one, but I don't know where it is. This one has a little chalk thing. I got these from somebody, I don't remember who anymore. It's a little envelope, and it comes with a little card and a little tag. Each one is different, but I had a handful of those. A little tea bag. Some Monopoly money. See, I'm giving you lots. Look at 150, 70, 80, 85, another $186 with all those, you know, 400,000, 500,000. You're doing pretty good. Some glassine bags. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 of them in each pack, I think, and they are used bags. You know, but I find these are fun. They're vintage style bags, so they're fun to add into a journal. And some of them, not all of them, come with these little cards. I think at one time they had stamps in them, and I took all the stamps out to use and then just kept the bags for my own use afterwards. But I have lots of these. A little card with some buttons on it, because I went crazy one time and made a whole pile of them. And I used to do some pressed flowers. These are fun to use as specimen cards. If you decorate them up and frame them, they're fun to use as specimen cards. This one's little flowers, and this one's clover. Some Russian rubles or rubles. I think it's Russian rubles with a B. I don't know what the date. Oh, 1961. So I think I put one of these in everybody's. And then these are just some little ephemera bits and bobs. There's a stamp, you know, some little collage bits and tickets, more little labels and things in here. Just a little packy thing. So altogether in this pile is about, I'd say 80 plus items. You know, it might have even gone to 100. I only counted this as 1, so it's probably over 100. But that's all with all the little bits. So Thriftees, if you're interested, just say, you know, ephemera pack, and I will add it to your pile. Now, where do I? Okay, I'm going to put it back in a bag here. So now I'm just going to flip through the random pile. Where did I put one? There's one, I think. Yeah. And it is not, like I said, each one is going to be different. So there are cards, and this has probably got about 70 pieces as well. Different cards. There might be some die cuts. This is a little paper clip thing. There's some, you know, some pieces from different scrapbooking kits. Some, you know, little collage art pieces that I've done for whatever reason. This is a little envelope, I think. Another envelope. Game pieces, envelope, some paper bags, greeting card or tag, bookmark, half-baked stuff. So, you know, it's a mixture of everything. So I just keep adding stuff and coming up with a pile. Nothing really, you know, it's all fun bits to add into your journals. And each one is different. That's why it's called a random pile. This is a vintage card, a little paper bag that I made, some other collage bits. I don't know, this is some kind of a piece of a paper, I think. Some map pieces, some papers, and music sheets, some vintage German script, more music, other vintage papers, another German script. So each one is different, but they have the same kind of stuff in it. You know, I just went and grabbed a bunch of piles and then just said 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when it ran out, I went into the next thing. So, you know, you may have music sheet, you may not, you may have more German sheets, you might have different greeting cards, different handmade art, but they're all fun collections of pieces that you can play with to add to your journal. So this is called the random ephemera pack because there's no guarantee what you get, but you know, it will be equally as fun. So those are the two items, the ephemera pack and the random ephemera pack. So Thriftees, if you are interested in these, let me know and I will put one in your box. And you have about two weeks to make that decision. We're still doing pretty good on the boxes. There, you know, some of you are getting to the halfway point-ish. You know, some of the bigger bulky items, of course, take up more room, but nobody's reaching the top. Even if you took 2 of these, nobody's reaching the top yet. So, you know, we're going for a little while yet just with this group of 4. I do have some backup people, and I will be opening up 2 more videos from the past that the backup people can now access, but it will be open as well to all of the current Thriftees. So if you got something in that video and you want more of it, and you know, once it's open, it's open game for anybody. You can take all of something or all of whatever's left, or you can take one thing, or you can just pass and keep going to see what's in the next, you know, door number 5. Yeah, just check out the next 2 videos because it will be today that I will be opening them up, and then you can go through and just add anything else onto there. Any video that you want the stuff from, you have to go on that video and comment on that video that's what you want, because that's how I match it up to what the video was. Because, you know, I've already done, I think we're up to 6 or 7 of these videos. I can't remember half the stuff. I do have it all in piles, but they're starting to look, you know, like I'm not sure which one it is. So do leave a comment on that video, so if I have any doubts, I can go and look it up. And it's not in your box until I've replied to your comment that I have put it in your box. So keep notes, keep track, and make sure that I do actually say that it's gone into your box. That's it. That's all for this video, but do stay tuned. As I said, I've got a video coming up where I'm going to show you how I'm using the backs of those postcards. And don't fret if you don't have postcards, because I got a digital for that too. Speaking of digitals, if you haven't joined our new group that is put on by Caroline from Caroline's Craft Tree and myself, Kim Newberg, for Images by Kim, we have a new group on Facebook called creative collections of free digital printables. I did it. Said the whole thing. The link is below. It's going to be on every single video. Do go, if you have a chance, join the group, and you will get notification of new digitals that get put up every single day. Free. Only free. So do check out the channel or the Facebook group and join if you can. Tell all your friends and come and get free images to play with every single day. That's it. That's all. Thank you now. Bye for now.